everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we've got the Civic back. So we're going to start with, well, we're going to start pulling this motor out. We have some stuff on the way. That was the wrong thing. I just popped the trunk. Apparently a cat's been walking on my windshield. But yeah, this guy's gonna come out and we're gonna start getting it prepped for a K24 swap. Yep, let's start getting this thing torn apart and, well, enjoy the process. Before we get into actually pulling the motor out, we've got one of the more important pieces of the motor. Well, the new motor that's going in, I should say. And anybody has seen this before, that's put a K24 in an SI, knows what this is. And that is their ported oil pump. This is good up to, the website says 12,000 RPM. We won't be pushing it that far. We're only probably going to run to, 8,500 or so. Just depends on where it stops making power. To start with, at least. Maybe down the line, we'll build the bottom end. And if this head is good from the K20 Z3 that I popped, we'll build that head with springs, cams, retainers, all of that good stuff. This is one of the most important parts to putting a K24 into an SI, is being able to actually rev it up and not oil starve it. The factory K24 oil pump is not up to the task. So that last clip was last night, and today I now have everything other than the oil pan. Here's my K24A. That should have roughly somewhere around 60,000 miles on it. Obviously, I haven't unwrapped it yet, but everything from what I'm seeing looks good. Well, obviously, a lot of this stuff's going to come off. The exhaust manifold, intake manifold. I'm not going to be running AC. That's going to go away. You don't need a flex plate. You need a pressure plate. Or a flywheel, I should say. Not a flex plate, a pressure plate. And then I got all sorts of other goodies. So this is the CRV mount that replaces that side mount on this motor, so it'll fit properly. Move some of this other stuff here real quick. A whole bunch of random gaskets and seals, some bolts for said motor mount. Mainly a lot of this stuff is for like resealing the timing cover and whatnot, then intake and exhaust manifold gaskets. And then I also got this and this box are both a engine hoist, and then this box in the middle is an engine stand. So it's been a good 24 hours of parts showing up. Now I was just waiting on the Track Tough baffled oil pan to come in. So I think I figured out why the motor blew. That is water filling the entire intake runner. These two I've plugged up, and that's full. That's full. Let's see if I can get out of the light here. That is still full of water. That's after letting this sit in there for a good amount of time. I'll shove this back in there and hopefully get some more out. This one, I don't know if you can see it. There's no water in because the valves are open. So we'll see what happens when I take this head off and get it to a machine shop and see if it's salvageable. Oh my God, words. Salvageable. if this head is salvageable, then I will build this and eventually put it on that motor. But if not, well, this whole thing is going to the junkyard, other than what I can save to sell. So, well, we're going to keep working on tearing her down. Well, we're pretty much to the point of being able to pull this out. All that's left is passenger axle, the header, and then disconnecting all the motor mounts, and picking her up and putting her on the other stand here. I have already pulled the K24 up and put it on the other stand and pretty much stripped it all the way down. I'll have to swap this over, the knock sensor, but we're getting there. So I'll bring it back in when we yank this one. We're finally at that point. It's going to be interesting because I couldn't get this axle out of the intermediate shaft. So what we're going to try and do is we have all the motor mounts disconnected now. Passenger side's off, or not passenger. Transmission, main motor side is off, front's off, rear's off. Header is down there disconnected. So let's try and get this thing pulled. All right, we got the axle out. Let's try this again. The camera cut out on the last clip while I was pulling the motor, but as you can see, motor is no longer. We got her over here, ready to get the engine harness off, get the last of all this stuff off that needs to be swapped over to the K24, and then we need to start getting the K24 in. So that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time.